We're back. This is the final video here for how to write a business plan. My name is Nicholas Coriano. I've written over 200 business plans for clients on all 5 continents except for the North and the South Pole. If you need me to write your business plan, if at this point you haven't gotten it down, give me a call, shoot me an email. You can find my cell phone number and my email address on pushyourrank.com. Follow me on Twitter, mention me. Nicholas Coriano, NicholasCoriano. You can find me on Twitter, mention me. I'm always on there, always posting good stuff. Let's get to it. This is the conclusion of the business plan. We've gone through all these other sections. The conclusion is very, very simple. The conclusion is very similar to the executive summary, except you're summarizing everything with a sales pitch. So most people write business plans for one reason, to get funding. Right? Very few write it internal purposes. And if you do write it for internal purposes, I would suggest a 1-page business plan. You don't need to go crazy, right? A business plan is a moment in time. It should become obsolete the second you write it, because the next day you're going to accomplish something so big in your business that the business plan is going to be irrelevant and you got to write it over again. So if you're an established business just looking for strategy, keep it short, send it out to your team members. Now, if you're going for a bank loan or a visa, you need to establish clearly and concisely to the reader what you are trying to achieve with your business plan. So in the conclusion section, you want to, again, in 1 paragraph, describe your company description, describe your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, your market research, very short, a few statistics that make sense. Then you get into your marketing plan, a few things that make sense again. Then you get into your management. Again, this is very important, right? Because when you're talking about investor dollars or somebody investing in your company, they want to know who they're investing in. When I worked at Merrill Lynch, a great example was when we were analyzing stocks. I worked for a private wealth management division of Merrill Lynch, and I had a great mentor there. I said, what's the number one thing you look at when you're buying a stock? And after finance school, I could have thought for sure she was going to say revenues or liabilities or what product they're selling. And to my surprise, she said, the CEO. She said, we want to know if this guy has done it before or what he's done before, right? And it's very simple to tell if a company is going to be successful based on the history of the CEO, right? If the CEO in the last 12 companies he had bankrupted all 12 companies, you probably don't want to bet on that company, right? And if your team is outlined, right, if you've got a bunch of accountants trying to run a law firm, it's probably not going to work either. So remember the management section. And then we have the financial projections. These are going to be summarized again in 1 paragraph. And the very last paragraph of your conclusion page is going to have the ask. So if you're asking for $1 million or $100 million for your project, you're going to ask for it in the last sentence. If you're looking to have a visa, some people need business plans for the E2 visa business plans, you're going to ask for that. So you're going to summarize it all up. And then one of the most important things is a call to action. The very last sentence is a call to action, which means call me, right? Write me back. Let's schedule a 15-minute call. These are all calls to action, because what you don't want is the reader to finish reading and say, oh, okay, thank you, and they put it to the side. You want them to finish reading and say, okay, let me follow the directions that they just gave me and call this person. So that's the conclusion. That's the business plan in general. Business plans, a couple quick tips on writing your actual business plan. There's a lot of templates out there. Don't be scared to use them. There's a lot of information on the web. Don't be scared to use it. A lot of clients come to me and say, I want to write my own business plan. I don't even know where to start. Well, now I gave you the outline. If you are starting a business, let's say in any variety of fields, right? Let's say you're starting an ice cream store. Let's say you're starting a pet supply company. Let's say you're starting a service company. You're selling any kind of product. Type that in on Google, right? So if you're saying you want to be a videographer, right? Type in, go see what other videographers are offering. These will make these sections easier. So when you talk about the company description, what can I offer, right? You may not know because you haven't done it yet. Go see what someone else is offering. You know, flattery, they say flattery is a form of, imitation is a great form of flattery. Right? I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard that before. So in the business plan writing situation, don't be scared to do the same thing. There's a lot of great businesses out there that are very similar to yours. You're going to differentiate your business, but a lot of that information is already out there. So that's my number 1 tip. And then there's a lot of templates for the financial documents. I mentioned this in the last video as well. When it comes to balance sheets, cash flow statements, there's a lot of templates out there already. Use those templates. And it's better to be done than be perfect. So don't always consistently look at your project and say, oh, I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet. So these are the tips. Again, if you really need help writing your business plan, you can give me a call or shoot me an email. But please do follow us on Push Your Rank on Twitter. Follow us at www.pushyourrank and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to put in a lot more videos out there. Thank you very much.